Hi, I'm Sumit and I'm a life and a mind coach. So today we are going to talk about goals. So before I start talking about this, let me tell you one thing. We can divide all the people in the world in four major quadrants. Quadrant 1, people who do not know what to do. Quadrant 2, people who know what to do but do not take an action. Quadrant 3, people who take action but are not really sure what they are doing or they do not have the knowledge to succeed. And quadrant 4, this quadrant is called as magic quadrant. People who belong to this quadrant know what to do and they have got the entire knowledge and they always succeed in whatever they do. So I have a question for you. Which one are you? I would believe that if you're watching this video, then you lie in the second quadrant or the third quadrant. And my effort will be to get you to the fourth quadrant, which is the magic quadrant. Before I talk about the goals, I'm going to talk about one of my ideals. He is Rahul Dravid. He is my hero. He changed the way I thought about success forever. I was very fortunate to be with him on a flight when I was traveling from Delhi to London. I had a great fortune to be sitting beside him. He was very kind to me and he spoke to me. And one of the things I remember is he said that more often than not, it's not our ability that determines success. It's the success systems we follow that determine our success. These words had a profound effect on me. Our Success Framework series is an outcome of these beautiful words. And we have moved on to the goals section of our Success Framework now. Success, my friends, have got to do very less with the ability. Success is a mix of desire, system, and knowledge. I will talk about myself first. When I understood about this, I realized that I had a desire to succeed. My knowledge was kind of okay. However, I did not have systems in place to achieve my goals. And this is what I lacked. When I work with people, I realize that most of us lack in the systems or the knowledge section. Every one of us have got a desire. Today I'm going to introduce you to a system which we have created, and this has come out of a lot of research and working with a lot of clients. This system is called as Good Vibes System. If you have not been able to achieve your goals, then you are missing the Good Vibes System. So what are the kind of good vibes you need to have to achieve your goals? So I'll talk about this system in a moment, but before that, I'm going to give you a workbook which is based on this system. And I've called this workbook as Your Success Workbook. I would request you to download this from the description section and follow the exercises in the workbook. Watching this video without taking this small action will not help you at all. Take an action and take your first step towards success. I work with a lot of people who come to me for knowledge but fail to take the action, and then again I see them seeking the same knowledge. Knowledge without application is of no use. Download this document now. If you work through this workbook, you will know what is missing and why you have not been able to achieve your goals. Follow the workbook and work through the Good Vibes System. To support you in your goals, we also run a success community. This entire community is based on the Good Vibes System, which I'm going to talk about. Right, so what is this Good Vibes System? This system stands for goals, values, identity, behaviors, environment, and strategy. All these have to be aligned to ensure that you are achieving your goals. Let me explain this to you with the help of an example. Let's say you want to lose your weight and want to go from 90 to 70 kgs. Let's see how this system has to be aligned for you to succeed. The environment in which you are operating should be conducive. It would be good if you can get some home cooked food, healthy food. It would be good if there are no sweets in the house, so that you do not have to fight the temptation to eat the sweet or not. So you have to create an environment which helps you to achieve your goals. So your behaviors and habits should be in alignment with your goals and should support your goals. You should be exercising and going to the gym almost every second day of the week. So these are the kind of behaviors and habits I'm talking about. You need to have the right strategy to reach your goals. You must have a diet plan and an exercise plan. Your goal should be allowing you to live your values on day-to-day basis. You should value looking good about yourself. And then your self-identity should be aligned to what you are trying to achieve. You should be able to see yourself and say, I'm going to get this thing done. And I know I will be able to get this thing done. If any of this is out of alignment, then unfortunately, it would be very difficult for us to achieve our goals. We would talk about each of these in great details in the upcoming videos. But let me introduce you to the mother of all failures, and it's goals. If your goals are not properly set up, or if you do not have a goal, then everything cracks. And this is the reason you need to have good vibes system to succeed. So we are going to start with goals section, and this is what we are going to cover in our video today. So there are two important aspects of goals. One, intensity, and two, goal setting knowledge or process. Since this is a vast topic, I'm going to cover this in two videos. Today we'll talk about intensity. So what do I mean by intensity? See, the kind of goals we have, we need to ask this question. Is it our desire? Or is it our want? Or is it our need? So what is the difference? So let's talk about it a little bit. Desire is something like, I desire to be successful. It would make me feel nice, but the chances of succeeding are very less. Want is slightly higher in intensity than desire. It increases your chances. However, until and unless your goal has become your need, your chances of succeeding are very, very less. You will not be able to survive if your need is not met. And that is what I mean by need. So let's see this with an example, what I mean by the difference between these terms. Let's say that you have a presentation to make to your boss and you have enough time. Now you have a desire to do well and present well, but there is a good chance that you will not do work on your PPT. But as the time passes, working on your PPT becomes your want, but you still do not work on your PPT. And then a time comes when your want becomes your need. This need is for your survival. This need is for you to save your face and stop getting embarrassed. And now this is the time when you will start working on your PPT. This happens to us in so many places. You would see this pattern when you were a student as well. At least it was with me. I only used to study when the exams were coming near. After each semester, I used to think, right, enough. This time I'm going to study well and I'm going to start from the beginning. Well, that was a desire. But as soon as I reached the exam date, my desire got converted into a need. I will again re-emphasize, your goals has to be your need. Otherwise, your chances are very less to succeed. So the question over here is, how do I make my goal my need? This is something I believe which comes from inside. However, there are still few things which can be done and which might help you. So let me explain you what do I mean. At the very basic level, there are two kinds of forces which are responsible for our behaviors. These two forces are forces of pain and forces of pleasure. Everything we do is based on either of these two forces. For us to be able to convert our desire or want, into our need, any of these should be operating at an extreme level. What do I mean by extreme level? Let's say you want to diet to be healthy, but you have been unable to diet. You have been unable to eat healthy food. You're constantly indulging in eating unhealthy food, and you're not going to the gym either. Now you have to ask, what force is required for you to change your behavior? Let's see how this extreme force of pain operates. Let's revisit the scenario again. Inside you know that if you do not eat healthy, then nothing is going to happen. You will still be alive. The concept of dying is not there. So currently, eating healthy is a want, and you keep on eating unhealthy food. Now let's see, how does it become a need? Let's say you went for a regular medical checkup and you found out that you have diabetes. Now what happens? Now your survival is in question. You know inside now that if you do not eat healthy, then you might not live. So here the force of pain has become extreme, and you will see your want becoming a need. You might see yourself eating healthy and going to the gym and sticking to it because your survival is at stake. Now let's understand how extreme force of pleasure operates. Let's say you started investing in stocks. Luckily one day you saw your investment jumping to 300%. You would say, wow, this is wonderful. Let me invest more, and you pump in more money. So let's stop and think for a second. Why did you invest more money? What was driving this behavior? Well, you invested more money because the force of pleasure is operating over here, and it is giving you extreme pleasure and driving your behavior, and you are forced to invest more money. So I hope that you would have understood these principles. To take an action, you have to ensure that any of these forces are operating at extreme level. You will not see much result if you are between these two forces. Absence of extreme of any of these two forces might not create the necessary shifts from your want or desire level to the need level. And as I have said, to succeed, your goal should become your need. I would like you to observe what all I have talked over here. So I'm going to stop over here. But let me summarize the important points over here once again. Our success does not depend on our ability. It is dependent on success systems. We need to have good vibes to succeed. Good of our G vibes is dependent on two things: intensity and goal setting process. We have three levels of intensity for our goals: desire, want, and need. We will succeed when our goals become our need. Our need to do something is driven by two forces: the force of pain and the force of pleasure. So if you have come till here, I would request you to take an action and not leave this video without an action. Download the Your Success document and find your way to success. And I would also request you to join our Success Marathon community. You will find all about it in the description section of the YouTube video. In the next video, we are going to talk about the goal setting process in detail. So guys, this is it for this video. Keep watching, keep succeeding, and say to yourself, I am responsible for my life and I design my life.